change the darn narrative, because you are not your past. Shift your mindset, honey. Shift your mindset. Lord, take whatever you desire. What's up, you guys? It's Alyssa here, back with another video. If you don't know me, my name is Alyssa Chapman, also known as Lyss Speaks. And today's video is all about shifting and changing their narrative, honey. Change the narrative, because you are not your past. Your story is your story, but just understand that you can change the narrative. You can change how you view the situation, how you view your story, how you view what you've been through, how you view the past. Today's all about learning your self-image and identity. Shift your identity. Understand who you are in Christ. But before we jump into the video, make sure that you subscribe to your girl's channel, honey, because it's only going up. More content is to come. So let's jump right on into the video. Tip number 1 is the fact that your story is a part of God's beautiful plan for you, or purpose for you. Your story is your story. It is beautiful, no ifs, ands, or buts. You have a purpose no matter what. Why in the world do we as individuals want our story to just be a straight linear path? This straight all glitz and glam and beauty and rainbows and roses. That's all we want. We want it to be an easy path. But we need to understand that we need to not only expect but understand that we're going to have our hard days. We're going to have days when we may not feel like getting up out of bed. We may not feel like doing this or that. Going to work, going to school, doing the homework assignment. When it comes to raising kids, when it comes to marriage, when it comes to your single season, when it comes to isolation seasons. Like, we may not feel like doing the things that God wants us to do, or sometimes we may not feel like doing certain things, but we have to have that discipline, and we need to understand that motivation is not always gonna be there. That's the beautiful thing about it. Our lives are up and down. Don't you like binge watching your series? Whether it's on Netflix or whatever, you like binge watching those TV shows and movies that have plot twists, where you find out something that you thought that was gonna happen and it did. That's almost like what it is with God. You think, oh, I'm probably not gonna get a promotion, my business probably not gonna take off, my video probably not gonna go, with a whole bunch of views, I'm probably not gonna get the job. And then God does a plot twist. God does a plot twist. He twists around. He twists it around, your story around, and you end up getting the promotion. You end up getting the job. Your business ends up taking off. You end up getting accepted into your dream school. You end up, with your dream soulmate. Whatever it might be for you. Just understand that your story is beautiful. It's beautiful. It may have ups and downs. You might be a hot mess one day and then be all beautiful and glamorous the next day. Then the next day a hot mess again. It's no telling how your story might go. It's still beautiful. You know what? God's glory is going to get revealed in the end. His glory is going to be revealed in the end. So understand that you have a purpose as well. You have a purpose to either tell your story to others, to be that individual and that light to the world. You are a light to this world. You are important. You are beautiful. Understand that your story is beautiful. It's a part of your testimony. Your story is your testimony. It is going to shine and reveal God's glory. Now let's talk about something that is the juiciest topic, or one of the juiciest topics throughout this video. And that is the past. The past has passed. The past is past. It's gone. It's behind you. And I feel like a lot of us hold on to the past. I was one of them. We hold on to the past. We hold on to, what happened in the past, and why, this person viewed me this way, or why did I have to go through that, or why did I have to deal with that, or go through that, or whatever you want to call it. We deal with that a lot on a daily basis, where we just focus so much on the past when the past is yesterday. Like it says, we are a new creation within Christ. We are a new creation. We are new. We are new. So focus on moving forward. Focus on the now. Who are you now? You're not the same person you was 5 years ago. You aren't. You evolved. You changed. You don't even look the same. And if you do look a little similar, you might look a little similar, but you are not the same individual that you were years ago. You're you. Don't get me wrong. You're you. But you've grown and you're evolved. You a different age. Like, seriously, you are a different age. You've grown. Time has passed on to now. So focus on the now and how you can better yourself. Don't be focusing on the past so much of why this person did that. Let's talk about forgiveness. You have to forgive yourself as well. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself of how you know what you've done within the past. How you allowed yourself in and put yourself in certain situations in the past. Maybe you knew, maybe you didn't know. But that's okay, because you are forgiven. You are forgiven by God. You are forgiven. And forgive others as well. Like it says, God not only forgives us, but He must forgive others 77 times. Times 7. We have to forgive. Like it says in probably so many different movies or quotes or whatever you want to call it. Forgiveness is not for just them. It's for you. I said this within my videos before, with my Healing Girl era video. I will link it down below. But you gotta forgive not only yourself, but you gotta forgive others. You have to forgive others. Forgiveness saves you from all that baggage. Stop holding on to all that baggage. Let go of it. Let it go. Let go of the past. It's gone. It's behind you. Don't keep looking back. Do not keep looking back. You are so much more than your past. So much more. I feel like a lot of us allow the past to just hold us back because we're afraid of moving forward. We're afraid of change. Like I said at the beginning of this video, in the title of this video, we're going to change the narrative. Change the narrative. We're not going to keep looking at the past. We're not going to keep looking at the past. We're going to move forward. The third tip that I have for you guys is you have to break the negative beliefs about what happened. You have to break those negative beliefs. We all know the saying, but it wasn't just happening to you. It is happening or was happening for you. This is not to sugarcoat or negate the fact that what happened was true or is a fact. It happened to you. Or you're dealing with it right now. It's happening to you. You dealt with it. But look at it as happening for you. Look at it as happening. Like, what is God trying to teach me in a situation? What am I learning from it? For example, I have HS. I have a chronic illness that is very debilitating. What I see and what I go through on a daily basis is traumatizing. Words cannot explain the words. I'll put videos down below for my HS if you don't know what that is. It's a chronic illness, chronic skin condition, and it is very painful. Words cannot explain how I feel on a regular basis. But you have to keep pushing forward. I keep pushing forward. I can look at this in a negative way, but like, God, why is this happening to me? Why am I suffering? Or I'm like, well, God, what are you trying to teach me? I was in a hospital back in May due to my chronic illness. And it tore me apart. When I say tore your girl apart, your girl's mental health was not okay. Literally. And physically, I wasn't okay. But God brought me through it. And I'm grateful for moments like that because they teach me a lot about life. And the beauty of it. And how gratitude is a big part as well. But I can look at that and be like, you know, why did that have to happen to me? Why did that have to occur? Or whatever you want to call it. But I can twist it around and be like, you know what, I'm gonna get through this. I beat it. I overcame it. And I'm still standing, and you're still standing. Another example, when I was in middle school and high school, I dealt with bullying and, you know, having negative emotions when it comes to my confidence and having low self-esteem. I could be mad that I went through that. Or it helped me. I could twist it around and say, you know what, it helped me, because now I want to strive and help other young girls or other young women with confidence and high self-esteem, and help them to, you know, love themselves and have self-love and understand their worth. Whatever you're going through that was traumatizing, that, you know, childhood trauma, whatever you're going through, financial issues, have gone through or are going through right now. Yes, that may be affecting you or has affected you, but change the narrative. Change the narrative. Look at it in a positive way or a positive perspective. You know what? Now I see what I should do better at. Not saying that you aren't doing better. Let's twist it around. Now I see what I'm worth. That I am more. How strong I am. Because you are strong. And you will get through it. And you have gotten through it if it was in the past. You're going to get through it. Regardless of what, whoever you are, you watching the video, whatever situation you in, whatever situation you have been in, you overcame it and you will overcome it. Tip number 4 is mistakes can be barriers or breakthroughs. They can be barriers or breakthroughs. You can allow your mistakes to be a guard up and block you from your blessings. Or you can use your mistakes as a breakthrough to your blessings. Period. Like, point blank. Because a lot of us literally, we sometimes allow our past mistakes to hold us back. To hold us back from our highest potential and who we are created to be, from being the best version of ourselves that we can be. For example, with my story, briefly explaining, I dealt with SIA within the past. Not gonna say it on here, but my story is literally, I'll link it down below, or it's on my channel if you want to go look for it. But I dealt with a lot of depression and anxiety, and my mental health was not okay. And I dealt with those attempts. And I could have let my negative emotions get me down. Why am I going through this? Or why did I do that? And oh my goodness, I'm such a bad person, and I'm this, I'm that. I dealt with so many of those emotions. I dealt with so many of those thoughts, and I could have let that literally hold me back over the years. But I'm not the same person I was years ago. That's the same for you. Don't allow your mistakes to hold you back. Don't allow your mistakes to get in the way. You made a mistake. And that's okay. And it's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy, but it's easy as you allow it. You can allow yourself to stay in the pit and stay in the negative emotions and stay in negative mindset. I do understand mental health, and I do understand that sometimes it's hard. It is hardcore hard to get yourself out of certain mindsets. That's why I'm creating this video. These are mindset shifts to help you to change how you view yourself and view the past. View it in a positive way, a positive perspective. Don't say, oh, I messed up in my business and it went down. Now I'm trying to start a new business, or I'm trying to bring it back and rekindle it and get it back going. Who's going to want to work for me, or who's going to want to have a business partnership with me? Don't think negatively like that. That's a limiting belief. Or you say, oh, I messed up in this relationship. Who's going to want to be with me, or who's going to want to, you know, be my friend or be my significant other? Don't think negatively like that. So you know what, the business is going to work out. God does have someone for me, and they will love me, and I will love them. Everything's going to work out. Everything is in God's hands. God is in control. So don't think negatively about yourself and allow the past to control your future or control your now. Don't let it dictate who you are now. Don't let it dictate you. Don't let your past dictate who you are. The person you are. The individual that you are. Who you are on the inside. You know, and I do want to say this real quickly. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody had those days. Why did I just have a little Hannah Montana moment? I do not know. But what I do know is everybody makes mistakes. And that's okay. You want to know why? Because that's why we have Jesus. Okay? That's why we have Jesus. The next tip that I have is view yourself as a vessel. You are a vessel for God. Like I said at the beginning of this video, you have a purpose. God can still use you. He can still use you. You are important. You are greatness. We all can and will have an impact on this world, whether it's small or big. It doesn't matter if you're an influencer, or if you are a content creator, or if you are, you know, a veterinarian, or if you're a doctor in any way, a form, you're a lawyer, to you are a stay-at-home mother, to the point to where you are a wife, to the point where you are a daughter, to the point to where you are a sibling, to the point to where you are a minister, a pastor. I don't know. It goes from on and on and on. So many different titles. But one title I do want to say really quickly is the fact that you are still a child of God, regardless of whatever title. Before you become a wife, before you become a husband, before you become whatever, you are a daughter or son of the King. You are loved by God. And you make impacts on this world in small, small ways. You are important. Show up for yourself. Get up and show up. Don't allow fear to creep in. You are a vessel. Get up and show up and give God praise. Give God the glory. And go out on this world and be purposeful. Because you do have a purpose. We have to take up our cross every single day. Put on the full armor of God. And literally go out into the world and be all that He has called us to be every single day. Let the world know who you are. Be that vessel and make your mark. The next tip that I have is light is attractive. Your light is attractive. Let people see who you are. Shine your light. Like it says in Matthew 5, shine your light. Shine your light. Be who you are. Be who all God has created you to be. Don't be afraid to hide your uniqueness. Don't be afraid to hide your uniqueness. Let it shine. All your talents and your gifts and who you are as an individual, don't be afraid to let that shine. Like you are God's masterpiece. Stop holding back. Why not listen to God and be all you were created to be? Why not listen to Him? You should. You need to. We all need to. Girl, you better shine your light, honey. Shine your light. Be who God has created you to be. You are important. You are beautiful. Keep on going. You got this. And the last tip that I had, which is a question, which is, who are you? Who are you? Ask yourself that question. Who are you? I'm going to answer it anyway. You are a child of God. A daughter of God. You a man or a guy watching this video, you are a son of God. And back to what I was saying when it comes to titles. You're still important regardless if you're able to do this or that, or if you have a job, or if you're a stay-at-home mom, or whatever you want to call it. You're still important. Before the job title, before the marital status, before the relationship status, before all of that, you are a child of God. You are important. Like I mentioned before in the video, I was back in the hospital within May. I would get down on myself because I'm confined, or I had to lay down a lot in the bed. I couldn't, you know, hardly do much. All I was doing was just laying in bed and going to the bathroom and back to the bed. It was hard for me. And it still is hard sometimes to this day with my chronic illness. It's hard for me to keep going. But I still keep going. That's what I'm telling you. Never give up. Never give up. Know who you are within Christ. Know it and claim it. Meditate on it. Remind yourself. Remember who you are. You are so important. You are so love. You're important regardless. And back to the past, change your narrative about the past. Change it. Shift your mindset about who you are, your image. You were made in God's image. Your identity is found within Him. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little motivational, encouraging segment. And I just pray in the name of Jesus that you guys continue to just be and shine your light and just be a light and be all that God has created you to be. You will get through it. You got this. Hope y'all enjoyed this little talk, this little segment. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye. Hey, 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 hey. See y'all later.